Tell me when you're rolling.
It's rolling.
I'm Russell Scott today. This is the Transcendian television show I put on YouTube every day. I got all this rig here, and I got that rig there, and it's all hooked up, and I tested it yesterday with an electric meter and it didn't work. I mean, it worked. So I was going to do it out here at the airport because I read the new Sunday thing. All Sunday paper was all might have been, well, you know, Steve Brantley had something to say, and he might as well. I think he's angling for a job at the university because he pretty much does the university line. This here is Horace Williams Airport. IGX is the airport identifier. You know, I worked at airports for professionally for like 10 years, so I have a good appreciation of them. Like everything else, wages stagnated about 40 years ago, which certainly works well for a university. It has in its laws that it will pay no more than what private industry pays. So you have a two-tiered pay system around here, wage system around here, whereas you've got an international competition for talent and the teachers, and they'll get international wages by that. But working class people are attached to the North Carolina standard. I've been reading a lot of economics, and you don't have to know the theories of economics, you just have to think about it half a minute, and it comes kind of clear. If you charge everybody a whole lot more for everything, but you don't pay them, they can't buy anything. So your economy stalls, and your labor in the United States is trapped because they don't speak many other languages. Nobody really wants them because they have expectations of wages that are higher, and if they move to India to work, they're trapped in India on Indian wages. That's what's happened, and that's the offer that's been given to a lot of engineers. Meantime, this a lot of the people in this area are attached to construction, and they make a lot of money on construction. And they don't really want to build in the modern way, which is modular way. So it pushes the prices up, and it takes a lot longer to get anything done. Meantime, the landed gentry out here that says that they're more powerful, more important because they've lived here longer, doesn't recognize citizenship rights as being universal among all citizens. But as times passes, Horace Williams, the manager, is employed. The university gets to manage this property exactly the way it wants. All right, and they manage it according to opposite all management best practices on purpose. Okay, so it won't appear valuable, and all airports in Orange County won't appear valuable. Taxes go higher. People don't get here who have money and start businesses by bicycle, by the way. When they land in Raleigh, they stay in Raleigh, and they do their business there. Or, and then a lot of businesses run across the border into Alamance County where taxes are low, and there are 3 airports, and they're proud of all of them, and they got all the contracts for a Honda Jet. 1,000 people work for a Honda Jet. In Orange County, they don't like workers, apparently, and want to run them all out of the county. Your schools are your standard propagandists, sort of trained to be a good worker, obedient person, innovation. You know, as long as you don't teach people what they want to know, they don't want to learn. And if you want to cite an example of education as successful and teaching people what they want to know, just look at the GI Bill, and after World War II, students came back, the survivors of combat and survivors of their time in the Army came back, went to school, were paid everything they needed to go to school, and went and learned everything they wanted to learn. Next thing, you had 20, 30 years of strength, and now you got basically a criminal enterprise. We might as well call it a kleptocracy. They've been calling it an oligarchy. Now you got a guy who's running for president who's avowed, well, he's just a dumbass. No nuance to it. I mean, Muslims of the world are about as loyal to Islam as most Christians are to Christianity. You know, you're born into it, and you don't really care about most of it. You're smart enough to figure out that there's no good reason to be a fanatic. But there are people who are fanatics about everything, Christianity or Islam. So this guy's saying, well, I can blanket the world with one coat of paint and I'll get elected. Hopefully not, but then again, some people say he was good friends with Clinton and he's a spoiler. Meantime, wherever you live, you're trapped there in the United States anymore. There's no Western place to go unless you want to go to an oil field out there somewhere and help poison the water. And my rig doesn't work.